Nice to meet you all. Yes, I'm Ólína, and I work for the Tourism Skills Center in Iceland. And I want to talk to you a little bit about embracing the digital green. I put a little slide here about the Tourism Skills Center. If you're interested in it, you can read it later. I know these slides will be available on the web, but let's just dive straight into the subject. The OECD, they see digital green as a twin transaction, merging digitalization and sustainability. For Icelandic tourism, this is essential to build resilience against environmental risks. Changing consumer preferences and technological eruptions. Integrating digital tools allows SMEs to adapt, innovate, and ensure long-term viability in a rapidly evolving world. So this was just the definition, so we can have a starting point here in this discussion. But I want to dig a little deeper into this and think about how do we define what digital green is. Integrating digital technology with sustainable practices improves efficiency, it reduces environmental impacts, and it strengthens the resilience against risks such as resource scarcity and climate change. Let's keep in mind that resilient tourism is the ability of destination, businesses, and communities to withstand disruptions like pandemics, climate change, and economic downturns. And this is something we've been figuring out here in Iceland and really had to embrace our resilience, both in pandemics, climate change, and in economic downturns. So it's been a challenge. I'm going to talk later on about the point there, number 3 in my study case. But first, I would like to talk briefly about the supply chain transparency. In Iceland, safeguarding the integrity of our natural resources, such as seafood and lamb, is essential. By choosing unique Iceland ingredients, we reduce our dependence on imported food. This is not only reinforcing our national identity, but is also boosting competitiveness and supports long-term sustainability. But how are we doing this? This slide shows digital technology can help the tourism sector to become more efficient and sustainable. Tools like energy management systems, Internet of Things sensor, and AI allows, for example, hotels to adjust lighting, heating, cooling, all based on real-time occupancy, reducing waste and saving energy. These smart systems also help optimize water use and staffing, lowering cost and environmental impact. And I think there's lots of opportunities there, for example, in optimizing the staffing, which we can maybe talk a little bit later on about more. By adopting these solutions, tourism provides strengthen their sustainability efforts and appeal to economic conscious travelers, which is a group that is getting bigger and bigger. But why is it essential for the tourism sector to adapt to sustainable digital practices? First, these practices help reduce carbon emission, as all of us know. It contributes to the global sustainable goals. Second, they enhance brand reputation and they appeal to those eco-conscious travelers. who actively seek out responsible businesses. Third, by improving efficiency, they help lower operational cost, and that's where the staff, for example, optimization comes in. And that's, of course, something that every businesses care about. And finally, building long-term resilience by preserving the natural and cultural resources tourists depend on, ensuring that the destination remains viable and attractive for future generations. Now, let's go into something a little bit more fun, like trending ideas. Here are a couple of digital ideas that are not just trendy, they are actually useful and they build up resilience. First up, digital twins. Think of them as virtual clones of real-world systems powered by live data. They let you test stuff, predict problems, and optimize performance without breaking everything in real life. So that's pretty handy, right? Then we got the smart waste management. With sensors and data, even trash gets clever. Bins tell us when they're full, routine get optimized, and recycling gets easier. It's cleaner, it's smarter, and of course better for the planet. And it adds digital resilience to resource management in tourism. Just this morning, I saw news about initiative that Reykjavik is taking now a step in this direction, and they're putting RFID chips into all bins so they can connect the bins to the address and time and location. So that's a great first step, but they're not that smart though yet. I want to tell you about this case study that I really like. It's called Copenhagen, and it was a summer initiative in Copenhagen that rewarded tourists for making sustainable choices, like biking, using public transportation, or eating plant-based meals. In return, they get free access to experience such as museum visits, guided tours, and even yoga classes. The goal of this was to promote eco-friendly tourism while supporting local culture and reducing environmental impact. Let's see a short video of this project, and let's see how technology will work with me now. Of course it did not, so I'm gonna pause the sharing, and I have this video elsewhere. Share again, and here's the video. I hope the sound will be okay. A little bit concerned about that.
How can tourism be turned from a burden into a positive force for change? In 2024, this question led Copenhagen to turn conscious actions into a currency by launching Copenpay. The initiative became such a success that it's now back 3 times as big. And this year, you can even get rewarded for how you get to Copenhagen. There are many ways to earn and use Copenpay. For instance, help keep the water in the canals clean in exchange for a free boat tour. Help remove invasive plants for a free vegetarian meal. Take part in a plugging tour where people collect litter together and get a free coffee and a Danish. Bike to a museum instead of going by car and get an entry discount. or a free cup of coffee. More than anything, Copenhagen rewards fewer flights and longer stays. So if you arrive to Copenhagen by train or stay for a minimum of 4 days, you can get free bike rental, a free bag of surplus food, a yoga class, free guided tours, or even a dinner made with surplus ingredients by gourmet chefs. The hope is to inspire to a more conscious mindset and make tourism a positive force for change in Copenhagen and around the world.
Great. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop sharing. Was the sound okay? Okay.
It was a little low for me, but I was also putting in the chat, Ólína, if you could put the link of the video,
Yeah.
because this is
Yeah,
such a great project.
I can do that because it's amazing project. I totally agree on that. Let me see. Now I lost my. Here it is, and look here. It's getting here. Okay, I will put the link in the video later on, but I want to finish up by talking a little bit more about this project. Because, you know, this was only a 4-week pilot program. And during those 4 weeks, bike rentals increased by 29%. A ton of litter were collected, and 98% of the participants said that they would recommend the initiative. Personally, I think this project is a total win, and I'm pretty sure that we will see more of it across Europe. Because it's not just changing how guests behave, it's changing how they connect with the destination. People leave with a richer appreciation for the place than when they arrived. And that's the kind of impact tourism should have. Let's keep in mind that there was a research that Booking.com just did now in 2025, where they say that tourists, every 7 of every 10 travelers is aiming to leave a destination better than they found it. So this project speaks directly into that vision, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. And into my favorite subject, AI.
Let's be cognizant of the time, Ólína.
Yes, I will. How long do I have now?
Not long. You're
Okay, I will go really fast over this one. Let's talk about AI and sustainability, because right now, fewer than half of the organizations have clear plan for making their AI both green and socially responsible. And there are things that, here's the thing, that we can't call AI transformational if it's burning through energy and leaving a massive footprint. That's not the future we're aiming for, and we need to ask the right questions. How much energy are our AI system actually using? Are we in line with the long-term ESG goals? And are we training people to innovate responsibly, not just fast? So this is one of the things that we should take into consideration. I'm going to skip a little bit here, so I'll go faster. AI has the power to transform tourism, but only if we use it responsibly. First, we must ensure that our digital infrastructure is sustainable, and that means choosing energy-efficient hardware and green data centers, so innovation doesn't come at the expense of the environment. Second, we need to think locally. Intelligent systems tailored to a specific destination, like AI enhances city tours, can improve efficiency, reduce emission, and create more resilient travel experience. And third, we need, I'm going to just skip this one, going really fast here. yeah, AI can support us in so many areas. It can support wildlife protection, ecotourism. So let's keep that in mind. If we use it wisely, it can help a lot. But there are also some challenges regarding digital green. And digital green sounds great for the future, and it is. But let's be honest, getting there isn't always smooth sailing. First off, some businesses don't even know what risk they're facing. It's like trying to play chess without knowing the rules. When there's the whole risk of assessing things, cyber attacks, data breach, is not exactly something you solve with a quick Google search. Integration, what a fun word for this new system does not talk to your old system. And fixing that can cost time, money, and a few headaches. Data security is another biggie. You need strong protections to follow up with all the privacy rules or risk ending up even in hot water and having big fines. And finally, even the best tech won't help if your team doesn't know how to use it or doesn't even want to. So then the training and a bit of patience is the most important in this. I'm gonna leave you with these thoughts here. Are we ready? Can we balance technology advancement with preserving authentic culture experiences? As digital access expands, how do we ensure fair opportunities for all stakeholders in the tourism sector? And what innovative partnership could we drive the adoption of digital green solution in small tourism businesses? So, and then for the fun of it, I put one slide for you of a drone to empathize the risk that we are all looking into regarding technology. So this was it for me. And I will share the link in the chat.
Thank you so much, Ólína.